right, guys, you know what time it is. We got 6 things you should know. And number 1 on our list, today is National Aviation Day, and it recognizes the pioneers of human flight. So for centuries, humans have been fascinated by flight. In ancient China, kites flew to investigate the weather, and inventors such as Leonardo da Vinci developed many ideas about flight too. Gliders and balloons lifted humans into the sky, but none of those inventions actually gave a person control of where they flew.
Yeah, that's right. We know aviation wouldn't be what it is today if not for 2 American inventors and aviation pioneers, of course, the Wright brothers, who invented and built the world's first successful airplane and made the first controlled, powered, and sustained heavier-than-air human flight on December 17th. 1903.
This is a special day for your family, right?
A lot of aviation nerds in the family. My brother's a pilot. He's flying everybody's packages around right now. He works for FedEx, so.
Well, thank you to him for his work, because we are still getting those packages because of him. Haven't you said before, if you wouldn't have been a weatherman, would you have been a pilot?
Yeah, for sure. I don't have the eyes to do it because I was a preemie, and the oxygen they put in the tanks when you're a preemie kind of ruins the development of your eyes. So I do not have the eyes to be a pilot, but I would have loved to do it. But the weather, I love that as well. So it's working out. It is working out.
Yeah. You're doing your second best thing.
That's
you can maybe be a pilot in your next life.
Let's hope so.
There's always a chance for that. All right, guys, and moving on to our second thing today, the salmonella outbreak linked to onions is growing. So the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention says contaminated red, white, yellow, and sweet yellow onions made from Thompson International Incorporated has now infected 869 people in 47 states. Now, Oklahoma, Louisiana, and Vermont are the only states without cases, and as of right now, no deaths have been reported.
Thank goodness for that. I had onions yesterday.
Did you?
Yes, first I'm hearing of this. CDC also added new products to the recall list, including cheese dips made with onions. These were sold May 15th to August 6th at a variety of stores, including Kroger, Fred Meyer's, Fry's, and also Smith's.
I actually did have onions yesterday too, but I bought them a while back. It's been at least a week since I got onions, so hopefully, but we don't have any cases in Louisiana, so that's good news for us.
Let's hope it stays that way.
I really hope so.
Yes.
I put like chicken and some onions in there, bell peppers, and then some rice.
I had that the other day too.
Did you really?
What?
Great minds think alike, my friend.
What it is.
All right, and if you are like some of us and you're too lazy to actually look for something to watch on Netflix, help is here. So you can now let Netflix stream titles to you at random. So with this new Shuffle Play feature the company is testing, the automatically curated list of so-called For You titles will Shuffle Play picks content based on your viewing history or playlist. But this new feature goes a step further and actually plays the selection. If you don't like what you see, all you have to do is skip ahead to the next title. Easy enough.
The streaming service built the feature for indecisive viewers who don't know quite what they want to watch. Right now, Shuffle Play is available worldwide to a portion of Netflix users on connected TV devices like smart TVs and Roku. Company will use the results of the test to build a permanent Shuffle Play feature. I believe this was made just for me.
I was going to say, do you think that you would like this feature? Our editor, Kyle, he was like, I don't really want to be fed titles. I would like to choose what I want to watch, but I'm not very good at picking new stuff. I just keep going back to the old things that I've already watched.
So am I, and I'll go on there, I'll watch all the previews, so I'll watch 10 to 15 different previews and not actually pick anything, and then I'll go watch something else. So something where it's just loaded up and automatically played. Honestly, for people like me, who just kind of skip around, I think that's probably a better thing. And I think a lot of us are running out of stuff to watch, so maybe that will help just based on your watch history.
Have you seen the Umbrella Academy preview, or have you like watched it at all? Well, people were like raving about it on Facebook, and I started watching it. I hated it.
Really?
I hated it. But I don't like sci-fi, and I was just like watching, and I was like, ugh. This is such a weird plot. It was such a weird thing. But yeah, I'm not into sci-fi at all, so it was a no for me, but I know a lot of people are enjoying it. So if you do like sci-fi, you might want to check out the Umbrella Academy.
Good recommendation.
Netflix. Yep. All right, guys, moving on. It's time to find another bar where everyone knows your name. The Cheers bar at Boston's Hall Marketplace is closing after 20 years. The bar was built to mimic the fictional bar in the show, and the owner says the doors will officially close on August 30th. He blames the landlord for refusing to forgive rent when they were shut down from March to June, of course, during this pandemic.
Yeah, a spokesman for the landlord says they do not comment on lease negotiations. Bar owner says he is trying to find a new placement for his employees in the original location, which actually inspired the bar on Cheers, is remaining open.
Did you watch Cheers?
Love that show.
You
Yeah, my
did?
parents used to watch it all the time, so kind of grew up with Cheers.
I think I honestly just haven't watched any of the classics. Like yesterday I told you guys that I've never watched Golden Girls. I have never actually watched Cheers. So
You spend a week just watching everything from the 80s. There's some good stuff out there. You never know.
I was gonna say, I think my excuse is that I didn't really, we always talk about this. I didn't really grow up here, and like
Right.
I think like those shows were kind of fizzling out by the
For
time
sure.
that I got here, right?
Yeah,
Because
that
I'm a
makes sense.
'90s baby. I was 9 years old when I got here, so it was the 2000s before I was really here.
Yeah, everybody watches on-demand TV, so it's not like you're scrolling channels and you just
Yeah,
run into it. Makes
Exactly.
sense. Makes
Maybe
sense.
I'll give it a shot though.
You should, at least 1 or 2 episodes.
Okay,
Do
I'll
it.
give it a shot. All right, guys, and a growing dent in Earth's magnetic field could impact satellites and spacecraft. So the spot is called South Atlantic Anomaly and is being monitored by NASA. Now, this magnetic field acts as a shield protecting Earth from solar wind, which actually comes with particles and radiation. But according to the space agency, the dent is allowing those particles to get closer than ever before.
And it could have a negative effect as satellites pass through the area, knocking out their computer and interfering with data collection. The scientists are also monitoring how the South Atlantic anomaly could affect our atmosphere. At least for now, NASA says it won't affect us here on Earth.
It's kind of weird.
Yeah, at least for now, they say. Maybe later.
You know anything else about this dent that we should know
I
about? Is
know
this the
nothing.
first you're hearing of it?
I heard a little bit about it earlier today, but I was kind of busy, so I just kind of kept on living my
Ooh.
life. But maybe I should pay a little more attention
I
to
was going to
that.
say, that's a very concerning graphic there. I don't know
was.
how we feel about that.
Was a little aggressive, yeah.
Wouldn't it be cool if we could just build like a shield around our Earth and nothing could ever touch us, and
Yeah,
then we
just
could just go on living forever? We know that's not going to happen.
Kept temperatures in the 70s all
Ooh.
day. Wouldn't that be,
Now you're
wouldn't that be nice?
Now you're talking.
Maybe soon.
All right, guys, and a Chicago-based zoo has welcomed a new Grevy's. Is it Grevy's?
Grevies?
Grevy's?
Sure.
Well, it's a kind of zebra, and it's at the Lincoln Park Zoo. And they say last week a 13-year-old zebra gave birth to a healthy foal. The gestation period lasted more than a year. Wow. The unnamed baby has reddish-brown stripes that will eventually turn black, and he sure is cute.
Yeah, newborn started walking 20 minutes after being born, and that's typical for this endangered species, which needs walking and running skills to survive in the wild. The zoo says the Grevy's zebras are endangered because of hunting and habitat loss. Adorable.
This is probably going to sound really weird, but I didn't know there was different types of zebras, and that is probably really ignorant on my part, but
I did not know that as well. Now we
See?
know that. Learn
also
something
didn't
every
know
day.
that their stripes were reddish brown when they're born.
He just gave up. He's like, I'm over this walking thing.
He said, it is nap time.
It's all of us.
Aw, so cute. Well, welcome to the world. We're so happy to have you.
Yes.
All right, guys, we're taking a quick break, but when we return, we're talking how to break the silence in your relationship and why avoiding confrontation may actually not be the solution. Later, if you're working on your first DIY building project, I'm telling you where to find the best materials at an affordable price.
And we're also talking nutrition later and why it's the most important piece to your weight loss journey. Stay with us. We'll be right back.